Alright guys, would you believe it? Another world champion from Uzbekistan, 2 days in a row. So equal with Japan now. Japan doing 60, 66, and Uzbekistan doing 90 and under 100. So TUROBOYEV, young guy, tall guy, lanky guy, likes to use his reach, likes to use his long legs, and what you're going to see in these fights is exactly that, him using his length to great effect. And I also think he's onto something. He's onto something with the Uchimata. He's got an interesting way of doing it, and instead of kind of sweeping with the like reaping, what do you say, like you using your non-pivoting leg to kind of sweep between your opponent's legs. What he does is you can see it here. He's trying it here. He removes his posting leg and uses his posting leg. He kind of switches his feet, uses what should be his posting leg to kind of kick between his opponent's legs, and because he's so lanky, he can quite often just kind of force people over. So it's really interesting, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to copy what he's doing. So this was his first match against Smith from the USA. 2 wazaris, gets him through. Lots of throws from TUROBOYEV, and a little bit of controversy as well. So, as I mentioned, he's got this unique kind of uchimata that he does. Sometimes turns it into a makikomi, as you're seeing here. But, as you're going to see, and Lipitiliani, he's going to point it out for us, but a lot of the times his head touches the mat. And actually, I think what he's complaining about here, Lipitiliani, is holding onto the belt for too long without an attack. But anyway, you're going to see Lipitiliani complain shortly, and in my opinion, I think this should be Hansokumake. Not this one. I think on the side of the head is fine, even though Lipitiliani's pointing it out. Lots of people land on the side of their head, just like Ono Shohei does with his Uchimata. This was a good attack by Lipitiliani, looking for, a second attack after the Kataguruma. So yeah, TUROBOYEV, really interesting game plan. You'll see him take a big grip over the back like this, look for the belt, but he's mixing it up with Obitori Gaishi and his Makikomis, and that's really good. I mean, you couldn't design a better game plan around a really lanky guy like this. No? I mean, maybe you could, maybe there's different ways to go about it, but this is pretty good. So here's the Uchimata attempt, going on the head, and then pushing off that back foot and rolling over. So the ref gives it a wazari, but in my opinion, this is a definite Hansokumake, and we're gonna have a slow look at it. Lipitiliani, he's looking at the screen, and we're gonna have a slow look at it here as well. Alright, so here we go, guys. Gripping up. Gets that high grip he likes, goes in for the Uchimata, takes the grip on the belt. Leg goes in, head on the mat, pushing off. So, I mean, to me that head looks like a pivoting point. He's using his head to anchor himself into the mat. So they gave it a wazari, and then they gave this one also a wazari, landing on the side of the head, and I think this one should be okay. If this one's not okay, then, I mean, you just can't touch the mat with your head whatsoever. That one I think is okay. The other one, no. The other one, Hansokumake. So, what do you think, guys? I'm sure there'll be a discussion in the comments. Right, next this is against Nahas. So going in for that Haraigoshi Makikomi, posting off the back foot again. They were kind of wondering if it was an Ippon, but no. Looking for it again. And the rule changes recently have been good for TUROBOYEV. So before, if someone went in for like an Uchimata, you could roll them over and get a score, but now you can't, which doesn't make too much sense to me. Wazari a piece now. Good defense. Escaped that well. Big hand over the back, sorry. And then gets the score. Look at his long arms reaching around all the way to the chin, all the way around the back of the neck. I would hate to fight TUROBOYEV. He is so tall and so lanky. It's crazy. So after Nahas against Korrel, and Korrel, if you don't know, short, stocky, lots of muscle. So we're starting to see kind of a trend here. TUROBOYEV just so big, towering over these people. Looking for the makikomi. And he does well, always gets the hand over the back, doesn't look for double sleeves, not in danger of hurting people's elbows, which you're seeing a lot these days. But it's just the head diving. I'm sure, I guarantee you, sometime in the future, he will get Hansaku Make'd for head diving. So here it is again, that kind of pushing off the back foot as he's going in for the technique. And you see it again here. This time, instead of between the legs, it's on the outside. And I've actually tried this in training. The first time I saw it, I was like, I'm going to try that. I've tried this. And it works. It really, really works. And people don't know what's happening. Here it is again. Look at that. That's incredible. Evolving the game. Why not? So we're into the finals now. And this was a good one. I like this match. Reyes, I think he had a really good day. Showed some good judo throughout. And doing well here to try and defend. Just sprawling. I mean, I think at this point you're kind of like seeing all his matches. You're seeing what he's doing. And between the final and the semi-final, you're probably doing a little bit of game planning. How to defend those entries. So this actually goes to golden score. Quite a lot of action. I mean, look at this. Reyes doing so well. And a lot of people, I don't know if you're ever training and you're having this problem with big guys doing this to you. A lot of people kind of, they hunch their hips back, they put their legs together, and that just makes it worse. So what you want to do is be as upright as possible, and when he goes in, spread your legs. Make that hooking leg, see that hooking leg? Make that as far away from his hooking leg as possible. But then if you do that, I mean, if you spread your legs like that, it makes it very easy for ochigaris to come in, kochigaris. So, I mean, that's the game. That's the game. You defend one thing, you get attacked by the other. And Reyes does this really well. Posting with the inside hand as well, against the face. Just creating distance, making it hard for that leg to come over. And I really like this. Uchimata, Kochi into Uchimata again. I'm pretty sure Reyes trains at Kokushikan. I'm just not sure how often is he like full-time there. Which is kind of interesting because Ida Kentaro, he's also from Kokushikan. I think they're probably around the same age. And Ida probably has, people brushing his toes and massaging his back and all the supplements he could have won in the world. And he got knocked out in the second round. And Reyes, I'm sure he's training in Kokushikan, but he probably doesn't have that Japan national team support, right? I don't know what the Canadians give him, but I doubt it's what Ida gets. Alright, so we're into golden score here. And Reyes, I like what he tries to do. He goes to the ground. He looks for something on the ground. Just needs to hold him down for 10 seconds. So here he is, jumps on it. Looking for the turnover. Tries to lock up Sankaku into the Juji. And that would have been quite exceptional if he got it, but no. And then TUROBOYEV, he stands up and in his mind I think he said, I'm going to win this. And that's exactly what he did. He's so tall. Big hand over the back. And a kochigari. So as I said, spreading the legs, defending those techniques. makes you kind of susceptible to these inside trips. That was the Korchigari. Nice slick little Korchigari for TUROBOYEV. So Uzbekistan and Iliadis doing well. 2 world champions. It's incredible stuff. So that's it, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. What do you think about the head diving? It's an interesting thing to talk about. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
That was so, he did everything tactically perfect. He really did do everything perfect. Look at that. What more can you ask from a judoka there? Because he just did Canada proud there. And TUROBOYEV